Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You are tuned in to the Vitamin D with Dawn Dai podcast, and I am your host, Dawn Dai, here to get you excited about your life so that you can live life on purpose and for a purpose. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. Vitamin D, it's a pun of my name. My name is Dawn, and you get vitamin D from the sun, so I'm here to shed light into your life. And I do this with inspirational insights and conversations with celebrities and everyday people like you and me. Because if you want to be better and you want to do better, then you're going to have to be able to see better. So join me on this journey of living our best lives and understanding and realizing how you are your greatest asset. Hello, somebody. I said, hello, somebody. It's Dawn Dai. I'm coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. In my, what you call right now, this is my bedroom closet, but in my mind, this is my multi-million-dollar studio. I'm getting worked up before I even get to why I got to talk. So anyway, the spirit then came over me. Jeremiah is not here. And I said, I got to jump in this closet and I got to speak. Well, I recently just put up this quote. It's entitled, or it isn't entitled, it goes as such, universe, if I'm ever chasing the wrong things, realign me. And then what I highlighted in yellow, universe, align me. Now, I don't know if you follow me on social media, and if you're not, I'm telling you, you need to get to it right now. At Dawn Dai Speaks, okay? That's where I'm giving you all the extra vitamin D outside of this podcast right here. But in the caption, I said, God, if it ain't for me, let it fall by the wayside. Life is too short to be wasting time you can't get back. Do you understand that time is your most precious coin? Once it's spent, it's gone. In fact, I like to say that's probably how I started with vitamin D. Vitamin D, now I used to say it started underneath the comforter, but the concept of it. Vitamin D started when I worked at this company called Music Choice, located, at 34th and 8th Avenue in New York. And there were a group of girls. We used to get together and we used to chit-chat. And our chit-chat, I would have to review videos because I worked in the video on demand department. So you know how you got the ratings. I was the one to make sure the ratings were okay. I had to make sure that the name was spelled correctly. And in making sure the ratings were okay, I had to review the video. No middle fingers. Is there cussing? Are there any edits? Errors, anything that's wrong. So I had to go down to another cubicle down. It was Gloria and Danielle. And that was our moment to chit-chat. And you know, Dawn, if you've ever met me in person, if you probably even ran across me and listened to me long enough, the first thing I'm going to ask you, what's the vision you got for your life? What do you want? What do you see yourself? Because I think it's so important. And I know I said see yourself, but even the vision, because the vision is beyond what's right now. And so that's why I told you, I'm in this closet. This is really my multi-million-dollar studio, okay? And in a minute, I'm going to be on my yacht telling you what I'm doing in my multi-million-dollar studio. And if you my friend, you already know what I'm talking about. Because Dawn Dai gonna get her yacht. But anyway, let's get to what I'm saying. So those were the girls I started with. And so because I was all about speaking life and positivity, I had this thing where I was like, yo, every time that, you do something great for yourself, either follow your dreams, working out, anything that's for yourself, I gave them a $1 bill. And on the back, they had to write it. And I said, give it to me. So that was like how we were depositing into our life bank account. Because, I was always known as the life bank account expert. Hence, that's why I say you are your greatest asset. See, when you think about an account, you think about the assets. Well, I don't give a dang on what account you're looking at. Understand that you are your greatest asset, because without you, there is nothing. Hello, somebody. So anyway, we did this for like a month-long process. What I ended up doing is I ended up matching however many dollars they put in, I gave them cash. Because I think that's when we understand and we realize how valuable our life is, hence how valuable our time is. So when you are not walking in alignment, you got to ask God to get you back, universe or whatever you call it. Because once time is spent, you can't get it back. And that's why you got to realize how valuable you are. So that's what I came in here to talk about not shortchanging yourself. So, okay, without further ado, it's time for your dose of vitamin D.
Get your vitamin D right here with me and get excited about your life.
I bet that you saying, who is this Dawn? I don't know. Maybe that's a different thing when I'm in the closet, but I'm going to bring this to my studio because I can't tell you how often I've spoken into existence, but I've been having these moments of whatever this thing is where I know I got to just get up and talk. I just got to get it out. The other day, Jeremiah came over because usually we record in the studio and our interviews are taking place on Mondays, right? And then Wednesdays is kind of like our in-house if you checking out the quick doses and all that good stuff. And I told him, I said, a word came over me. I said, even in the moment, it was therapeutic and it was for me. And I was like, I couldn't hold back. Perhaps I didn't have the sense to go in a closet like I'm doing right now. But I stood there and I said, even though I'm speaking where I am, even though I'm not there yet. Did you catch what I'm saying? So I was in front of, I don't know if it's my church. I don't know if it's a coliseum and it's a speaking engagement, but I was on stage and it wasn't even, it's this feeling. And that's why I think, the vibe, energy, whatever you feel, you got to trust it because God is giving you the glimpses to your wildest imaginations. And if you open yourself enough, you can feel it. So I couldn't see anybody, but I knew that I was standing in front of people and just talking about how I'm here, but I'm not here. So when I can see it with my eyes, I'm going to tell them why you got to speak over yourself. Because I was there, even though I'm here. Catch it. I was there, even though I'm here. So I guess I say to you, I had to get in there because I want to talk about this alignment process and understanding how you are non-negotiable, okay? See, I don't know, dog. Why do I always got to keep crying when I get up in here? And it's like, if I ain't yelling at you in excitement, I'll be crying. That's probably the Aries part. The whole idea, we just feel and you're going to feel it. And then, So it's time for you to realize that you are non-negotiable. And that's what your dreams and your aspirations, these things are non-negotiable. What you stand for, because time is precious. And, you ask God to grow. You ask God to show you what it is you want. God shows you. And at times it comes in a moment of a whisper. But you don't listen. He says, I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. Now, if God is promising you all of that greatness, why are you acting like you are a negotiable asset? Meaning, you aren't worth your wildest dreams. You aren't worth the love that you desire. You're not worth working after whatever it is to make you better. You're not worth being uncomfortable. You're not worth seeing yourself. You're not worth getting beautiful for yourself. You're not worth relaxing. You're not worth saying no. You're not worth being who you are. Why is that? When you got a promise, let me say something to you. Now, if you're listening, I'm sure at some point, you may have turned in an application for a job or went on an interview. I'm just saying in general, unless you're a little kid, and if you're listening, hey, salute to you. You got greatness over your life to be all up in this and carrying on. But that means that you've applied for something. Now, catch this. How is it that we have more confidence when we're applying for a job with some name, a number, and an email of an individual that may have known us for a finite amount of time? And God said that I knew you before I formed you. You don't have to do any explanation or you don't have to break anything down because I know you from your hair follicle to your toes. He says, For I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. Now, when you apply for this job, you put your all in. Heck, you looking at this new car you want, this house, you dream about this vacation, you just think about them benefits off of this name right here. Somebody known you 3 or 5 years. And on the other hand, you got God to put a promise on your life. Hey, when you look at his records and the types of works he's responsible for, the CEOs of CEOs, the joy in the day, the dawning in the morning, and has asked you to realize the value in the promise of your life, but yet you stand in a place where you are now negotiable. Why? Because you haven't understood and walked in your authority and understanding the value of who you are. Well, what do you mean by that, Dawn? Well, I'm glad you asked. What I mean by that is not walking in alignment of what you deserve. See, you say you want one thing. Well, if it's not showing up as what you want, and what I mean by that, it isn't fulfilling you. What I mean by that is not the process because it's hard. It's that there's no progression in the betterment of you, yet you waste your time with it. That's that job that's wearing you low, but you haven't decided to put the effort to work behind your dreams. That's this little boo you messing with that say they want one thing but give you another. Or basically their words not aligning with their actions, but ain't nothing like just getting that call, your heart start bumping. You're like, oh my God, is that a text for them? Or is that perhaps dang oh well, you need to stop eating that, but you want to get one more bite because it tastes real good. Or God, dog, somebody done stretched your nerves out and now you need to get you a cigarette. You know what? I'm going to just get a drink real quick and relax. What is it for you? I'm not judging. We all got our thing. Hey, you need some booty real quick? Whatever it is. But what I'm saying, when you start to compromise who you are, not standing in your authority, how can that promise be fulfilled that God put over your life? Don't you think you deserve it? Don't you know that you are worth it? Don't you know that you are going to die? And all you got to do is choose. I constantly ask, I say, well, what do you want? Huh? What do you want for your life? Well, if you got somebody, an energy, a vibe that eons upon eons have said, I got plans to prosper you, to give you a hope and a future. I'm going to comfort you. I am your rod. I am your staff. Peace be still. Speak it over your life. But you refuse to trust that word. But remember that resume. Remember that recommendation. Remember that reference. You trust that more than the promise upon eons that goes by many names. What's up with that? I just feel like we got to get to a point to realize that we are non-negotiable because you deserve it. You are worth it. Okay? Stop falling for the hokey dokey, yo. Huh? You got promise over your life. Yo, your best days are before you. Yo. I'm saying that because I got to do what's right to feel good. This year for me is really a big deal. I'm 35. I said it. God dog it, I said it. You know how social media is. If you wanted to hide your age anyway, you couldn't. It's the class graduation. Oh, we did this together. Oh, Dawn, you remember back in 18 years ago. So you really can't hide it. So anyway, I say that because my mother, she had me at 35. And my mama died at 25. So I'm not saying that TikTok is only 25 years. I just look at things a little different and I know what I want. I know what I deserve because here's the thing. God puts a vision and a promise all over our life. But just like he says, faith without works is dead. So when God speaks and you don't listen, well, you just throwing it away. But I'm just asking you to catch it. You may hear me say that randomly on the podcast. You might, check me out saying it on social media because I'm saying catch it, because sometimes we moving so fast, we miss things. And I'm like, catch it. Because half the time, we so used to just letting things pass by. So catch it what God got for you. And you do that by knowing you and what you deserve. You're non-negotiable. You deserve the best life. And that best life isn't a quick fix. That best life makes you feel good. That best life lets you know that you're valuable. That best life lets you know that you're worth it. You're worthy of that house, that car, that relationship, that peace, that abundance. You're worthy of greatness, of hope, desirability, of comfort. You're worthy of love. But heck, if you don't love yourself and realize the things that you should not be standing for, because you're realizing you're just falling for anything, how can you catch it? Stop denying yourself of your best life. Stop denying yourself of your abundance. It's time to get up. It's time to raise yourself up. I was watching this video on YouTube, Joel Osteen. He said, bless it up or call it blessings, but basically you got to speak blessings over your life. You got to speak it. You cannot entertain the ideal of a not possible or not a maybe. That's what I'm saying. Your dreams, your aspirations, your love or what you want is non-negotiable. No, I don't have time to waste on something that is not desirable of me, that is not in the betterment of me. That's something that does not serve me. I don't have time. It doesn't deserve me. I don't have time. It doesn't deserve me. You don't have time. It doesn't deserve you. We don't have time. It doesn't deserve us. The hangers all hit me in the closet. You hear, I told you I'm in the closet for real. But it's really my multi-million-dollar studio that I'm going to have in my place. Now, whether it's going to be in Palos Verdes or Santa Barbara, but it's also going to be on my yacht. You know what I'm saying? And multi-million-dollar, that's the kind of income it's going to bring in. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be state of the art. It's going to be all that and more. But I say that to say, speak it over your life, what you want and you deserve, okay? Walk in your authority. Understand that you are worth it. Stop being the doormat. Stop being an option. Be the desirable outcome of your life, of what you want. And that's what you deserve. And sometimes that's just taking the time to see it, to see yourself and to see what's going on around you. Catch it. Stop wasting your time on foolishness. And sometimes it's not even like the situation is coming to attack you. It's not even that the person is coming to attack you. Sometimes it's just not right for you or you're not right for it. So therefore it becomes toxic. That's why you can't be a non-negotiable, because if it doesn't serve you, it doesn't deserve you. Something not serving you is that thing that doesn't feel good. Something not serving you is when you feel exhausted and drained rather than being filled up. Something not serving you is when you feel depleted. Something not serving you if it's making you angry. Things that serve you give you joy. It gives you peace. It gives you excitement. It gives you a reason. And see, sometimes we get caught up in understanding the process of why we got to do the work. See, the process of why we got to do the work and going after what it is we want so you can understand how valuable it is. And if there's a joy in the process, that's where the joy is, because we're living in the moment. But if it's not giving you joy, what are you doing? You're non-negotiable. All right, I'm out. So Jeremiah, I hope I did you clean. I know I went off the rails on this one. I didn't even know. But let me remind myself of our housekeeping. Do you want to be a guest? Do you want to talk to me? Do you have a story that you would like to tell? I want you to email me, VitaminD@DawnDaiSpeaks.com, okay? Now, if you've been checking it out, you know I do advice letters. So basically, folks write in and, I keep it real. I tell you all the time, I'm going to keep it 100 because I feel like this with Vitamin D is about shedding light. And that's on the good and bad. Because if you want to be better and you want to do better, you have to be able to see better. And sometimes seeing, hey, it's not always pretty, but guess what? At least you see it. So I say all of that to say, I'm all about inspiration and positivity, but I get raw sometimes because I want the best for you and I want somebody to keep it raw with me. Plus I'm Aries and I'm direct, so that's what it is. So if you want my opinion, I want you to email me also at VitaminD@DawnDaiSpeaks.com. Put in the title advice letter. Myself or Jeremiah would take a look at it, and who knows, we may read it live on the air. Also, did you enjoy the podcast? I quit my job for my dreams, right? Yeah, I released myself from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Congratulations to Mr. Harvey. He just got extended to 2026. Yes! Social media is almost at 1 million, so hey. But I say all that to say, for my dream. For my dream. So, hey, I jumped off of a winning boat to get my little tutu going. Wait a minute. I ain't gonna say tutu to get my yacht going. It's coming. But I say all that to say, you see how my dreams get to me? That's how you know you gotta go after something. If it gets you like that. I'm coming back. Coming back. I'm back. All right. So if you enjoyed this and you realize what I'm doing for my dreams, please tell somebody to tell somebody. I gotta get this money, y'all. I'm out here. Tell them about the podcast. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Audible, basically everywhere you get your favorite podcast, literally Apple Podcasts. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it's everywhere. So if it's everywhere you feel like people need to be, tell them Vitamin D with Dawn Day. Subscribe. Tell somebody. We out here. I'm out here making dreams. I'm doing my best. Hey, I'm living my life. I'm living on my dreams. Hey, this would look like. Woo! So yes, please tell them about that. Also, like I was saying before and how it started out, if you want some... Oh, wait. Before I do that, did you check out the YouTube page? Check out the YouTube page at Dawn Dai Speaks. You can catch some of the snippets and interviews right over there. Okay, now, if you want some vitamin D outside of the podcast, like I was saying in the beginning part of the episode, I want you to follow me on all social media at Dawn Dai Speaks, okay? Follow me on all social media at Dawn Dai Speaks. Let's talk. Hit me up. Let's go. Maybe we can be friends. Who knows? Listen, nothing beats failure but a try. Holla at your girl. All right. Well, that was me. I'm out here with the dream. So I'm about to be out of here. Here we go. I think I covered everything. Tell somebody, y'all. Vitamin D for Dawn Dai. I gotta go. Anyway. I'm in the business of making dreams come true, and I damn sure ain't gonna forget about mine. So, until next time, please remember, always remember, you got to remember. Do you remember? Will you remember? You will remember that you are your greatest asset. I love you.
Get your vitamin D right here with me and get excited.